Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. My goodness, do we have something controversial to talk about today? Something that Kabam was trying to polish, but the comments I was reading on the Twitch live stream, and I guess technically the YouTube live stream, although I only have the Twitch feed up, were so, I don't know, what word should I use? Angry, spiteful, shady, sassy, savage, all the adjectives. You see, we're used to this kind of alliance quest. Now, I've tried map 8. I got here, inverse controls, and died. But hey, I'm used to contributing like 4 million points on a map 6. How about 7.4 million points? And yes, I could have used items, but this was all kind of a free will experience this week for my alliance. And shout out to Batwoman, put up 5.8 million points. Wow, she had the exact same team as I did. Hercules, Hulk, and Nick Fury. What's cool about map 8 is we got more points while not finishing the map. Lude, my man Lude, what did he do? I don't even... 9 million. Lude, look at that. And he used 2 items. So, needless to say, that's the normal experience. We usually do map 6. We tried map 8. Pretty well, 228 million points. Might actually do better with rewards from just having volunteer activity. We only did 41%. Shout out to BG3, who 100% completed that. Is that? That's right. Wow. Well, we know which battle group's got the most talent in my alliance, and it ain't BG1. So, raids are a continuation of the Alliance Quest concept. But it's like Alliance Quest meets Summer of Pain meets Necropolis. Which I'm honestly, in theory, okay with. Give everybody a big baddie boss to take on together. You have to basically be the Avengers and take on Thanos at the end of Endgame. That sounds fun. Like, that sounds epic. But there's something that's not epic at all about it that I just can't defend. And that's that if you time out in the 3 minutes that you have, even if you're at 100% health, you die. Or... let's say you're at 100% health because you're a Legacy, you're a KT1, you're a Seaton, you're a Karate Mike, you're a perfect player that is gonna melt the boss once you hit that 10% cap. You're dead! A 10% cap. Now, I guess in theory, it's supposed to guarantee that you're not just going to have the best person in your alliance just do all the work for you. This is like a group project. I don't know if you've ever in a group project in school where somebody did all the work and everybody else just rode the coattails of that person. I tell my students all the time, there's 2 people you don't want to work with in group projects. There's the lazy loser who doesn't respond to anything and just wants credit for whatever's turned in. And then there's the crazy Karen who every idea that's not hers is a terrible idea that she will shoot down until you give in and say, I don't want to fight you anymore. Let's just go with your ideas. You don't want to work with either, but I would actually rather work with a lazy loser than a crazy Karen. Just my 2 cents as a journalism professor. With that being said, the cap punishes you for doing perfect in a way. And what's really weird, so I've had to learn this. I'm not trying to throw shade at my own alliance because everybody's got different examples, but we didn't hit all our milestones the last time we hit the 12 million Battlegrounds alliance points because we just had people who said, I don't want to do Battlegrounds. I hate Battlegrounds. I hate really tough fights. These are players that are content being Thronebreaker, maybe Paragon, but until it's easier to become Valiant or even Paragon, they just don't want to move. I mean, I'm in a semi-retired alliance. They don't want to progress. They barely play the game. They've got real life stuff going on. Never underestimate how average the skills of the average player in this game or how average the commitment to this game is, which is why when people say it was on the forums, I'm like, do you realize what percent of people live on the forums in this community? It's like less than 1%. And my channel represents the 99% of people that don't live on the forums. So getting those people to do 3 Battlegrounds matches every 2 days, even if you put your phone or tablet down, walk away, and just forfeit the win naturally, was impossible in some cases, or it was like pulling teeth. Now asking those same players to go in and guarantee a death at most 10%. And look, you're going to be doing some crazy numbers. I took a couple of screenshots from the old live stream because I wanted to showcase, quite frankly, some of the big yellow numbers. First off, the nice thing about a Kang boss is that he's just rated really high, but that's not the nice thing. The nice thing is, especially with that special one, it's like dexing OG Iron Man special one. Inferior Iron Man special one. It's easy. But this Kang looks like it has like 1 billion health. Now, in Kabam's defense, they did say that they're going to give us 200% free revives a day, and they're going to have almost no inventory allotment time before they expire. So they're meant to be used right away. And if you save up 5, that gives you 10. And so you can go in theory, let's just say you get 2. In theory, you can do a maximum of 30% damage on the boss. You can do the 10% the first time and then 2 more 20s, but I doubt that's going to happen. The thing is, like, the Kabam developers in the chat just so casually were like, well, if you do the 10% damage each time, then it's got to be no big deal. You know how hard it's going to be for some people to do that? They're going to do like 1% and then die. And you know the AI is going to be shady as hell, because it always is. They were joking about that in the broadcast as well. So the good news is, somebody like an OG Iron Man is going to be doing 66,635 crit damage on like a medium attack. Depending on what node you choose, what buff you choose, these champions are going to be ramping up and stacking up like nothing else. But the weird thing is to see you do like 1 million damage and 1% of health is gone, which again makes me think, 100 million health? And just imagine if this boss wasn't Kang, someone you could easily dex the specials. Imagine if this was, good lord, Photon. Imagine if it was Kindred. Imagine if it was Maestro. Good luck. A 10% damage cap, I get the concept in theory, but it punishes perfect gameplay. And we tried to get away from that. That used to be the complaint about the 50,000 damage cap in Labyrinth of Legends. Why not let the people who are earning it the best do better? And some champions kind of got around that. Most didn't. In this case, there are questions. What happens if you time out? Do you lose half your health? No, you lose all your health. Again, you could be at 100% health. You time out, you're dead. I hate the concept of that. And that's not me trying to be negative or trying to be too critical or just making a negative video for view's sake. No, I don't do that on this channel. Believe it or not, every video I put out is my genuine thoughts and feelings on an issue, unfiltered. I like the concept of the raids where you get everybody involved. But I feel like let's say an alliance that's a bunch of Paragon players. Your best champions are rank 4, 6 stars. Comes together and really struggles to do 10% cap. Let's say you do 2 to 3%. Well, if the alliance goes through all your revives and the boss is still not down, I can easily see that alliance just saying, well, screw this. I don't want to do this. And then you just don't do it. And then Kabam's entire intention and goal for this mode goes away. Because all of a sudden, you have just a ticked off alliance that also, the more burnt out a player is, the less they're incentivized to not just download and play the game, but especially to spend their money. So you've got to do this like never-ending balancing game between making the best players in the game happy and not bored, but also not making the game so difficult that the majority of your players that are somewhere in the middle get turned off. And I think every game, to be fair, struggles with that, but this is a really unique experience given how much has been ramped up, because the pay-to-play community that say you're just looking to get revives off of us, oh, they are as loud as they've ever been with the information of this game mode. We could spend another 10 minutes talking about this. This is a longer than normal video. I usually try to make 95, maybe even 99% of my videos less than 10 minutes. But there was just so much to talk about with this, I didn't want to rush it. So sorry if this was longer than normal. But some of you say, do you prefer the longer videos because you like listen to them in the bathroom or the car, or your spouse or partner has to put up with my voice? Which, thanks, spouse or partner, for being so kind. I realize it's not the most flattering thing to listen to in the car, but you're a champ for your loved one. What do you think about this mode? Let me know in the comments. I'm still skeptical of the 10% cap, at least. That's what I really don't like.